I'm gonna try and survive 100 days in Better Minecraft Hardcore. Better Minecraft is a mod pack that adds tons of new features to Minecraft while still staying really similar to the original game. It adds new mobs, better caving, and better dimensions. Dimensions are awesome, and so much more in this video. I plan to build an amazing house, doing a lot of adventuring and exploring, and just trying to stay alive. Because I'm on hardcore mode, I only have one life. There's amazing bosses in this mod pack, and I'm very excited to share this adventure, so grab your favorite snacks and relax and enjoy as I try to survive 100 days on Better Minecraft. Starting out on day 1, I spawned on an island completely surrounded by water. Not so long after, I started punching down a tree called Mahogany Log from the The Bombs Will Go mod, and that it's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Not so long after, I got some wood, made myself a boat, and then some simple stone tools, which was a stone pickaxe, stone axe, and I made myself a furnace whenever I start smelting things. I immediately got some more stone. Then I went off on an adventure to look for land. I later found a campsite that had a bed, and then I pillaged that bed. Then later on day 2, I went to start killing some I then later started getting some flowers for some reason, and then I found a beautiful place to call home that I wanted to build my house at, because it was a nice open area surrounded by trees. Later that same night, I finished the outline of my base. Then on day 3, I wanted to make a farm and get some more food. So I put down my furnace and went off to find some more food. I then later I found some sheep, killed that sheep, and found some more sheep. There was a lot of sheep in that area. Then I found a nice area to make a little farm and planted some seeds. So after planting those seeds, I don't know what else to say. I'm really sorry. Then day 4, I wanted to get some ores, so I went and found a cave and went mining. I got some coal, and after mining a lot of coal, my pickaxe almost broke. I then found this nice goblin trader. Didn't really have much, but he did sell a Fortune 4 pickaxe. But then I later just got some iron because I need iron. Then later on day 4, I found some diamonds. Mined those diamonds because diamonds, it was a nice vein of diamonds. 4 diamonds, pretty nice. Then I found even more diamonds, which is crazy. Then I kept mining all the way till day 5. I got some more iron, more stone, more scoria stone, no idea what that is. Then my pickaxe broke, so I then later returned home, made full iron armor and a shield, and then I went off on to day 6 where I found this campsite, which is pretty cool. Didn't really have much of anything, but it had some iron, some bread, and a bottle of experience, which is pretty cool. And they had horses. Then I found an underground village that had a iron golem. I was gonna leave them alone though. No need to hurt the iron golems. But they had a nice farm, which I did take all their seeds and wheat and stuff, and I didn't plant them back. I feel kind of bad about that, but we don't need to know about that. Then on day 7, I wanted to get some more wood. Day 8, I went off on an adventure, so I went far away from my house to find some cool stuff. I found this cool mushroom vine with mushroom sheep. Like, look, they're boss shrooms. Like, look how cool the sheep are. Like, later I want to try and make an animal like zoo, not zoo, animal sanctuary. But I just kept staring at those boss shrooms because they're honestly pretty fascinating creatures. And this mushroom biome is pretty cool. They have glow shrooms, which I think I don't know, but later I got some melons from this village I found and stole their hay bales. I mean, not stole, I borrowed their hay bales. And then after I got their hay bales, I just went exploring in this village to see what else there was. But they had a waystone which I took. Then on day 9, I found this crazy bone structure. Like, this structure was massive, but it had a waystone next to it, so I took that as well. And then later on still day 9, my fault. But I wanted to climb up this bone structure to see if there was anything on the top. So I went around the bone structure and started climbing it. Like, I also wanted to take their bone blocks for some reason. But that's another story. I started climbing the bone structure all the way to the top of its head because I want to see if it had anything valuable at the top of the bone structure. This is my first 100 days video, so if my commentary is bad, that's why. But later on to day 9, I found a desert pyramid, and I know there's TNT underneath connected to the trap chest, so I took all the TNT. I found golden apple, a Thunderstrike 1 enchanted book, no idea what that does though. Didn't take it for some reason. String, gunpowder, gold, emeralds, more string. I did find diamonds though. That's pretty cool. I've also just found more iron, horse armor, a protection 4 enchanted book though. Like, that was a good find. A protection 4 enchanted book is a crazy find. And I want to take its sand for some reason. That's right. But later on day 9, I found another underground village, which had like its own little greenhouse. They had potatoes. Nothing that useful though. Later on to day 10, I found these interesting cows called wool cows. But I don't know what's up with me. I also found these horned sheep, but I just didn't want to stare at them as long as I did the boss shrooms and ran away. Later on day 11, I found this cool ship where the pillagers started shooting at me. I didn't do nothing. I also found dolphins, a lot of ships, but I wasn't ready to conquer any pirate ships yet because pillagers are strong. But I got chased by this dolphin, which is cool, and I earned the You Are a Pirate achievement for finding this ship. Later on to day 12, I wanted to get more stone. And then I saw this goblin trader. Then on day 13, I built pillars for my house, and I started building the walls and foundation of my house because I need someplace to live. Then later on the day 13, I built the roof. Day 14, I went mining, found more diamonds, which found a huge vein of diamonds. That's like 6 diamonds right there. Like, that's pretty crazy. I kept mining into day 15 where I found more diamonds. A lot more diamonds, not gonna lie. I found a lot of diamonds, not gonna lie. Later on day 16, I returned home, went out and found this underground area that had a zombie villager. Didn't want to save the zombie villager though. Day 17, I found Brocco the Sun Chief, and he started throwing energy beams at me. Later, I found this house that had netherite scrap in it, which is crazy. Gold, coal, steak, iron axe, but the netherite scrap is insane. Later on to day 18, I found this area that had bricks for a portal. I also found this crazy castle that had iron, golden apples, 2 enchanted iron pickaxes, a lot of enchanted gear, more golden apples. I also found snow pigs. Later on day 19, I started getting attacked by invisible skeletons. I later found a village that had a waystone. Took the waystone. Day 20, I wanted to start getting an enchantment table, so I got obsidian, made my enchantment table, and started enchanting. That sharpness 3 sword looks pretty nice. I made day 21. I made a diamond shield and headed off to the Nether, which pretty crazy. I got some Nether cores. Day 22. I found a Nether fortress and started fighting some wither skeletons, and then they started fighting each other. Like, I don't know what that's about. Where skeletons don't like each other. Day 23, I returned home, got more wood. Day 24, I wanted to get more diamonds, so I went back into my mine and found even more diamonds. When I say I found diamonds, I mean I found diamonds. I found a lot of diamonds. Just letting everyone know, found a lot of diamonds. And I kept mining in day 25, found even more diamonds. I also found this like crazy cave though. This cave was insane. Day 26, I returned home with 51 diamonds. I made a lot of bread. I made almost like 2 stacks of bread. Like, I made a lot of bread. But I want to continue working on my house, so I started working on a second floor. I made like the foundation, the roof. Like, this took me until day 27. Where I finally finished the roof of my house. And it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. Day 28, I wanted to go out on an adventure. I later found this crazy village castle thing. Got attacked by cow piglin brutes. And then day 29, I found a witch's hut where she threw a bottle of poison at me and poisoned her own cat. Who does that? That's not cool. Day 30, I wanted to get full diamond armor, so I returned home, made diamond gear, and enchanted my diamond gear with protection and unbreaking. Day 31, I wanted to go fishing, so I made an iron fishing rod, an iron hook, and started fishing. And I didn't really get much, but I got some fish, as you can see. Like, I got some fish. Day 32, I wanted to go get some nether quartz for enchanting. Day 33, I enchanted a power 4 book. Day 34, I enchanted my bow. But I was kind of trying to get infinity. That's why I kept disenchanting. And I finally got infinity punch 2 bow. So I then enchanted it with power 4. And I was so happy, man. So then I went back to Nether, get Nether cores. Day 35, I want to make a aquarium, so I made like foundation, filled it with sand, started building the roof, and then filled the entire thing with glass, just for me to not even finish it. Day 36, I wanted to go to the deep dark dimension, which was a bad idea because I found the warden can spawn there. Day 37, I want to make an underground like teleportation hub, so I made like started building the foundation of it until like day 38, where I finished like the walls and put pillars up. Then day 39, I want to go out on an adventure and kill Brocco, the Sun Chief. So I started bullying him with my bow till I found this nice area where I was able to kill Brocco, and I was able to put his helmet on and use this mask to spawn minions of my own. Finally, I have minions. Day 40, I returned home and started making an storage area. I made glass iron frames. Day 42, I wanted to get netherite, and I found this fire goblin trader, which is crazy. Day 43, I got wool to make beds. Day 44, I wanted to do some enchanting. Day 45 through day 50 was all netherite hunting though. So it was just me getting a bunch of netherite. I then later returned home to repair my gear, get more netherite, and just day 45 through day 50 was pretty much just me getting netherite. Day 51, I wanted to continue my build on my teleportation hub. Day 52, I made stairs leading up. Day 53, I got more wool. Then I wanted to start building a greenhouse, which this is my biggest build. It was so big. I made like the flooring out of wool, made Day 54, I made pillars and then wanted to go mining for more diamonds. Even since apparently I didn't have enough, I wanted more because diamonds. Who doesn't want more diamonds? I then returned home, repaired my pickaxe. Day 55, I wanted to get more wood because this greenhouse took a lot of wood. Day 56, I went out on a little adventure and I'm finally ready to take down a pirate ship that had an enchanted pillager. This pillager was like glowing with enchantments for some reason. It had gold, nether quartz, books, enchanted iron helmet, but I was in full enchanted diamond gear because I am awesome. I later found this like fire thing. Then I found pillagers that were like following me from the ship apparently and wanted to freaking kill me. Day 57, I later found this bone structure that had a husk spawner, but a crap ton of gold blocks. Like, then I later, day 58, went to found this ship with pillagers. It wasn't as good as last ship. Day 59, I found this amazing village. Then found this other house, which was like that one house with the netherite scrap. This one didn't have netherite scrap though, from what I remember. Like, that's not pretty cool. Not having netherite scrap is not cool. It did have melons and hay though, which was pretty cool. I then found this underground village. Went back home on day 60 to repair or enchant my bow with the Unbreaking 3. Later, then went back to Nether to mine for some nether quartz because I needed more levels. Returned home, enchanted more books because I was trying to find looting 3. And when I tell you, this took long. I could not find it. Day 61, I built the walls to my greenhouse. Later that night, started working on the roof, which took a long time. Started building the walls to my foundation, which took a lot of glass. I mined for some sand. And then day 62, I finished all the walls. I finished the walls, finished the mirrors. Like, my greenhouse was looking good. Later that same night, I started working on the roof, which took me a lot of glass. Later in day 63, I started mining for sand. I then started working on my house. And then later that night, I finished the top of the roof. I got more sand because I needed more glass. And then I started working on the sides. Day 64, got more sand because I need more glass. And later that night, I was almost done with the roof. Day 65, I finished one side, actually both sides of the roof. Then I started working, putting stairs around the roof to make it look nicer. Put slabs in the middle of the roof. And then day 66, I started working on the inside of the roof. Then I got attacked by pillagers at my own house. And this time they were geared. Later that night on day 66, I put sugarcane. Day 67, I started putting my plant crops and seeds up, which was tomato, onion, wheat, mainly wheat seeds though, because that was like the main source of greenery I had was wheat. Later that same night, I started putting water all in the corners so they could grow. Day 68, I went back to the nether, go to the nether fortress and found diamonds, gold, and I needed blaze rods, so I started killing some blazes. Like, these blazes were the source of my blaze rods. Like, I needed a lot of blaze rods. I then later killed some wither skeletons because I needed wither skulls. But the wither skeletons didn't want to drop their damn skull. Day 69, I started killing some Endermen because I needed Ender pearls. Day 70, I returned home, repaired my gear, got nether quartz for enchanting, and day 71 was me continuing to enchant, and I finally got the looting 3. Finally got the looting 3. Then I put my nether portal down into my portal room, which my portal room will have more portals. Day 72, I made Eyes of Ender and started looking for the stronghold. I just kept looking for the stronghold all of day 72, throwing Eye of Ender after Eye of Ender after Eye of Ender, and I finally found the stronghold later on day 72. I found apples, bread. Day 73, I was still looking for the portal room. Day 74, I finally found the portal room, returned home, repaired my gear. Day 76, I went to the end and started fighting the Ender Dragon. Like, this was intense. I needed this Ender Dragon down. So I started shooting my arrows as end crystals, and then I started killing the Ender Dragon. And hit after hit after hit after hit, arrow after arrow after arrow. The Ender Dragon was almost dead. And this last hit, the Ender Dragon was dead. I got his Ender Dragon egg, which I later found out if you right click it, it turned into an Ender Dragon egg from the Dragon Bounce mod, and I could get my own pet Ender Dragon. Day 77, I went to the outer ends to do some exploring. I found these cool like purple biomes, and it was just cool. Like, look how beautiful this is. This is beautiful. Then I found this endermite powder, and it started making me levitate. Like, what? Day 78, I found an end city and started killing some shulkers. Because I needed to find the elytra, and elytras only spawn in end cities. I later found these god boots. These boots were made out of the power of gods. Like, those boots were nuts. But I later killed some more shulkers because they kept trying to make me levitate, and it was so annoying. I found mending diamond leggings, protection 3 iron boots, which don't care, a totem of void undying, another dragon egg, shulker boxes, which are very useful, a golden backpack, which is pretty nice. So I replaced my old backpack with the gold backpack, diamond shovel, diamond boots, diamond helmet. Like, I found a lot of stuff. I found more diamond chest plates that I'll later put all my enchantments onto my main gear and have ultimate god gear. I later killed some more shulkers because they kept making me levitate, and it was so annoying to traverse through this place. I found day 79, I found this boat where I started getting attacked by phantoms. Like, that was really annoying. I went inside, killed some more shulkers because they kept making me levitate. It was so annoying. Like, I then later got the elytra, an ender chest, and I was trying to figure out how to put my elytra in my curious slots, which at this point I didn't know how. But then I later found out it was my backpack slot, and I was kind of being dumb here. Day 80, I returned home and started repairing and enchanting all my gear with the mending. Then I made a dragon pen, right-clicked my dragon egg, and waited for my dragon to hatch. I then went to Nether to get some Nether quartz because I wanted to work on a trophy room, which required a ton of quartz, by the way. I needed a ton of quartz. I then built the area where I wanted my room to be. Then my dragon hatch, which I want you guys to name. So the top comment down below will be what I name my dragon. I then later finished the roof of my trophy room on day 81. Then went back to Nether to get some glowstone because I wanted that to be the lighting of my roof. So I got a lot of glowstone. Later started building the the flooring. Which flooring looks pretty nice. You guys can't lie. Flooring looks pretty nice here. Day 82, I started building pillars to make it look nicer for foundation. And then I finished the pillars later on day 82 that same night. I then started building a fireplace, and I finished that on day 83. Day 83, I finished the fireplace, and then started putting areas up where I put like arm stands. Like, you know, at a museum they have like areas where they have like statues. That's what I did on day 83. Day 84 I made glass item frames and started putting those up to put like items and special stuff. Day 85 I started putting my armor stands up on my pillars and started putting armor on them, which I don't know why the armor didn't show right away, but it was cool. Then I surrounded it with glass to make it look nicer. Day 86 or day 95, I wanted to make a Enderman farm. And this took a long time. I needed 500 of these leaf blocks. 500. I then later made hoppers because I needed hoppers to collect all the ender pearls. Got a bucket of lava and a bucket of water. And then I did F3G for the border grid, and then put lava down and then water next to it to turn the lava into stone, so I have a platform to go down. Put a grass block down onto the stone, went up with ladders so it's easier to traverse up and down. Then I'd go 128 blocks away from world spawn out. I made a platform out of stone bricks, put hoppers and chests down so the ender pearls can collect into the chests, put blue carpet down, and made like a little platform area out of stone for the Enderman to spawn on. And then surrounded that platform with grass. Then, as you see, the Endermen were spawning in the wrong area. So I had to go and kill the Enderman because I don't know why they were spawning in the wrong area. I then later found that out, so I started slashing the Endermen and sent them out of the world. I put trapdoors down for the Enderman to fall into. And then I started throwing ender pearls, because if you throw ender pearls down, it spawns an endermite. But then the endermite died by hitting me over and over. So I finally got the endermite in, and then my enderman farm was complete. And it worked perfectly. I went from 8 enchanting levels to 24 in like 10 seconds. Like, this was my best creation. I then later returned home and made some netherite gear, including my chest plate, my pickaxe, and my bow, and my sword, as you see later. Then I surrounded a pool of lava and put a dragon egg in and got a fire dragon egg out of it. I right clicked that, which I also want you guys to name. So the top 2 comments for my ender dragon and my fire dragon will be what I name my dragons. See, as you see, you guys name them. And then day 96, I went back to my Enderman farm to get some more experience levels, because I'm very proud of this Enderman farm. As you could tell, I am very happy with how this Enderman farm came out. Day 97, I returned home and got more sand because I needed more glass, because I was building a sky pillar, a lava beam, the sky limit. This required a crap ton of glass, and it took me all the way from day 97 to day 98, like, of non-stop, and I finally was able to get it. Day 99, I ate a potato and went to fight the Ferris Rotnot, and this battle was tough. I later put my stuff into my trophy room. And then day 100, I want to give you guys a tour of my world so far. I toured you guys my house where I slept, my storage room, which had a lot of stuff, my lava beam, my greenhouse, which my crops grew quite nice. It grew quite nice. Like, in the comments, tell me what you guys want me to build next. But I showed you guys my trophy room. I showed you my aquarium, which I never finished, by the way. My enchanting area, which I might make an enchantment room. And then my portal room, which is going to have so much portals next time. Trust me. My nether portal looks weird. Then I went to sleep, and it was day